How's it going, everyone? Hope all is well. Today I want to make a video about the Kriss Vector and specifically some reliability issues that I had with it last week. So all of this took place within 8 days from the time that the issue began to the time that it was resolved. And that's thanks to Kriss, the company, their customer service. So a week ago I was testing out AAC, which is America's Ammunition Company. That's what it stands for. I think it's a subsidiary of PSA. I was testing out their ammo. It's a relatively new ammo company. I had some malfunctions while I was at the range. First, I had some failures to eject with this ammo, and then the firing pin completely seized within the bolt. I contacted customer service, and they said, try to remove the firing pin if you can. So I tried that. It took me about an hour. I was using a hex key or an Allen key and a hammer, and the firing pin is stuck within the bolt, okay? And the only way to get it out is to find something small enough to go through the firing pin hole, but also large enough that it'll stay on top of the firing pin when you go to tap your tap and push it out. Obviously, before this, I removed the firing pin retaining pin, which is a pin that goes perpendicular to the firing pin to hold it in place. Anyhow, that took me over an hour to remove the firing pin. What had happened was, it looks like there was some kind of scoring, and basically there was deformation of the firing pin, making it larger than the diameter of the hole that it rides through. Okay, so it looks like maybe there was some issue. There was some kind of interaction between the retaining pin and the firing pin. I don't know if that was caused by overpressure of some sort. I have no idea. But it was on both sides of the groove that the firing pin retaining pin sits in. And maybe I think I have some pictures of that, so I'll roll those through. Okay. So basically there was like on either side of this groove there were bulges, like little ridges on each side. And that caused the firing pin to seize up. So I finally got the firing pin out of the bolt, and I let Kriss know. I said, I got the bolt out, but I'm worried about the inside of the bolt because there was a lot of scoring that happened on the inside of the bolt as I removed this firing pin that no longer fit the groove that it was in. And also it was hard as hell. Like I kept, within the bolt, the Allen key that I was using to push out the firing pin kept missing the top of the pin. Imagine you put two small, almost pin-like things together, and you're trying to keep them balanced as you hammer it. It probably caused all sorts of damage to the inside of the bolt, to be honest. And before that, I soaked it in bore cleaner to try to like loosen things up. I think that was probably a bad idea. That probably damaged the finish of the bolt. If you have something like this happen, I recommend just sending it to Kriss. Probably don't do that. Don't do what I did. But at the time, I didn't know what Kriss's turnaround would be. I was pretty upset that the gun malfunctioned at all. And I was like, what if this was a survival situation or something like that? Like, this is fucked. So I was in a rush. I'm a little bit impatient sometimes with things like this. Okay, so it was Wednesday when I freed the firing pin from the bolt. So I let them know that I freed the firing pin, but it was jacked up. It was deformed. So they gave me a shipping label. So that I think that was Wednesday. I dropped that off at UPS. It got there Thursday morning. Friday they opened up a ticket. Then Monday I was notified that they were finished with it, and they shipped it out. And it came here Tuesday, which was today's Wednesday. It arrived yesterday. Based on what they showed here, they did a function test and it passed. And when I received it, they had put a new firing pin in it, and a new firing pin spring, it looks like. And it now moves the firing pin functions as it should when the bolt is removed for the gun. You could actually, just with your finger or with a little small pin, you can manipulate the firing pin very easily. So then last night, I'll roll in footage here. I loaded up a couple mags, took it to the range, and shot it. And it shot flawlessly. I shot like 4 mags, and all was good to go. So there's 3 takeaways to me here. Firstly, I'm going to take extra care of the bolt and the firing pin assembly. I'm not sure if there's something in the user manual about removing the firing pin. I don't think there is, but it might be something that I do from time to time. I might remove the firing pin, and if I can, if it's easy to do, without messing up the bolt or anything like that. And I'm just going to make sure that it's lubricated on the inside and not too fouled up in there, okay? If that's an easy thing to do, that's something I'm going to do as preventative maintenance, especially in this break-in period. This gun has close to 1,000 rounds through it, I would say, something like that. Then, second takeaway is, in general, I'm going to do a better job of cleaning this gun. So after I got back from the range yesterday, I tore it completely apart. By completely apart, I just mean taking the upper from the lower apart and cleaning everything that I can. It's not an easy gun to clean, in my opinion. It's a very funky design. It chews up brass like crazy. Like, there will be little brass particles all through the dang thing, all the way up into the upper and everything like that. But I went in there with a brush and just scrubbed everything as best as I could. Hit all the important spots, lubricated what I need to lubricate based on the user's manual, and that was about it. So that's the second thing. Proper maintenance of everything. It goes without saying. I mean, it shouldn't have taken this to remind me, like, I really need to make that a priority for my guns. I wouldn't say I'm too terrible with maintenance. I have friends that are a lot worse, but yeah. So that's second moral of the story. And the third thing is, I know for a fact, if you check out one of my videos, I did a video entitled AAC 9mm ammo 1 box review, something along those lines, and I review this ammo here, okay? And that's the ammo that I was using when this malfunction happened. I know from my testing that Winchester USA Valor, this stuff right here, this is NATO spec 9mm 124 grain ammo. I know that it shoots the most consistently out of this and the AAC ammo and Norma ammo. I know that this shoots the most consistently, and that I've had no malfunctions with it. So I have had malfunctions out of this gun. I think just with Fiocchi. When I first bought this gun, I bought a bunch of Fiocchi, not knowing how much it sucked, unfortunately. So and that Kriss Vectors actually specifically don't like Fiocchi for some reason. But yeah, Winchester NATO spec ammo runs flawlessly through this gun. I have no issues. I can also shoot it through my Sig, through my P365XL, which I'm carrying here. Okay, I shoot it fine. Functions flawlessly out of that as well. No malfunctions there. So that's it. That's it for me and hunting around with different ammo. I mean, the USA Valor stuff's not nearly as cheap as other stuff, but if I'm going to pick one thing that is going to function well when I need it to, which, if you are buying these guns to have something that'll help you save your life in the event that you need it, you might as well shoot ammo through it, practice with ammo, and have ammo that actually functions well with the gun. If that's like your motivation is like, what if something fucked up happens in the U.S. and like we need to protect ourselves? Like, what happens if Ukraine happens to us, or whatever the hell your crazy scenario is in your head? I'm going to stock up and have the ammo necessary and everything necessary, to actually make the weapon perform as it should, or the best that it should. In that review, I also talk about accuracy, and I was able to achieve a 1.3 inch group at 50 yards with this ammo, as you see this gun with shooting through the EOTech. So how awesome! I mean, that's pretty impressive to me. I don't know how that shows up at 100 yards, but it wouldn't be too much worse. That's obviously on a bench rest and everything like that. But anyway, so that's it. I want to thank Kriss for being freaking awesome and sending me back the bolt that fast. I was very upset at the time. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, my AR hasn't had a single malfunction. It's literally a third of the price of this almost. Not quite, but close. And I was like, man, this design just is fucking weird, sucks. Who knows where that malfunction came from. Make sure you are lubricating your firing pin within your bolt if you can. Now what I'm doing is I'm just squeezing in a little bit of lubrication at the tip of my bolt. I don't know if that's a good thing to do or a bad thing to do, but I can't imagine that it would help or that it would hurt too much as long as you're not gumming it up and using shitty lube. So that's it. One critique of this design I could say is the firing pin is not too easy to remove. It's definitely easier on an AR to remove that. So, it is what it is. So that's it. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll try my best to get back to you. Take care. Have a great day. Oh, one more thing I want to mention. There's been a lot of fucked up things happening in this country with people using guns, okay? If you are someone that has guns and you have fucked up thoughts in your head, okay? First of all, it's not normal and it's not okay to have thoughts going through your head about fucking killing innocent people at all, okay? If you are one of these people, before you or somebody else becomes a victim of your crazy thoughts, your fucked up thoughts in your head, please don't hesitate to reach out to somebody. Like, do BetterHelp or fucking, there's like now a hotline. I think it's 988 or something like that. Google it. There's like a federal funded hotline for mental health issues. Like, it goes without saying, but like, take care of yourself. If you're feeling unstable or anything, maybe, this is the least popular thing to say on a fucking gun channel, but like, if you're feeling unstable in any way, and if you're somebody watching this video, I would reduce your access to guns. Like, take care of yourself and the people around you and innocent lives. Like, if you're fucking having issues mentally, put your guns in the safe and fucking forget about it for a while. Go get help. Make sure your mind is in a good state of mind, and you can take baby steps from there. That's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a great day.